Hello everyone. So now the third variation of this problem is when we are given with only p and q values but not the root value. So basically in that in earlier questions we were given both of the p and q values, but now this time we are just missed with the root value. But then the thing comes to mind that how we will solve the question if we are not given with that root value. But still there is a way, because if there is root not given to us, then surely there would be a parent already given to us. So that by this number only we could get the root value of our whole tree. So it's pretty much simple that it will be simply doing just like the way we were doing before. But the only thing which we need to do now is we need to make one more function in which we will be finding out that parent. So by checking out about this, now we have one tree. So if we are simply given with a parent value, say now the node is 4 itself, and we need to find out this, how we will reach this. For reaching this, we could simply do is, we could simply find out who is the parent of 4. It will be 2, and then when we reach 2, now our p becomes 2. After that, we need to check that who is the parent of 2. It will be simply 5. Now as t becomes 5, now the turn comes of 5. That who is the parent of 5? It's 3, right? Now p becomes 3. But another thing which will be there is, now who is the parent of 3? There is nothing. Who is parent of 3? So at this moment only, we'll return this 3. That is, we got the root of our tree. So by utilizing this logic only, we need to code this problem. See, the way we were earlier finding out the LCA when we were given with root, P and Q, we will be finding by that only. But this time we'll simply make one more function, find root function, in which we'll pass this node p, and whatever will be returned means we'll return p, and this p will be the root value basically. And this root value could be filled in this, and the whole LCA part which we were doing before could be done as it is. So this is what we need to do in this question. So the whole question will again be of order of n complexity, where n is height of the tree and order of 1 space complexity is the simply neglect the recursive stacks, because we are using a DFS based approach, and DFS is basically based upon recursion, and recursion based upon recursive stacks. So that's the time complexity of this code. Now comes the coding part. Now for the coding part, what I have done is, this is the main function. Main function, I simply here refer to the function which was given to us by this question. So what it was given just p and q, and next I have taken a temp node. Basically this temp node will be passed into a getRoot function, and this temp node has the value of p. We could have taken p or q, either of could be taken, because we need to just find out the root of the tree, and any of the nodes could solve that purpose. So whatsoever this temp node will be passed into this getRoot function, and then whatsoever this getRoot function will return, it will be the root of the tree. So now we will be having the value of our root, and then we'll simply pass that root value, our p value, and our q value into this find LCA function, and we'll return this find LCA function. Basically, this find LCA function needs to be having the return type node so that there is no error. So let's come to this getRoot function. It is a simple function only. Like what we need to do is we need to simply have a basically have a loop, while loop in which we need to traverse our whole tree, and till when we need to traverse is that the fact that until then we doesn't reach our null pointer. Whenever we reach our null pointer, at that point we need to exit our loop. It's because of the fact that if uh, here we were simply going here, we had an encounter in null pointer. Then we were going here, we hadn't encounter any null pointer. Then we were going here, we hadn't encounter any null pointer. And when we came here, at this moment, the value of its parent was null. So when we encountered this null pointer, then we need to exit that while loop, and then we have exited that while loop, and at that moment whatsoever will be the value of this p, so this value will be our root value. And after this we got the root value and it will be passed to this function, and now comes this function. This function is that previous function only which I had explained in the previous video. So it's simply about the base condition. And why we need this base condition? Because we are doing it in recursive manner, which requires a base condition and then further choices. And here we are having four choices, that when root equals to p or root equals to q, means root equals to either of the nodes, then we simply need to return the root, because at this moment we would be having the linear means linear lineage of both of the nodes. So either one of them would be our answer. So the answer would be that node only which will be common both of them and would be lowest to them. Not lowest in terms of value, but lowest in terms of common nodes. So after that, we will be having these two basically variables in which we are storing the left value of the tree and the right value of the tree. And then we are having further three conditions. One condition was fulfilled here. Now further three conditions are fulfilled here. When both of them are there, and these both of them are simply means one root, basically as one node is present in one of the subtree and other of the node is present in another of the subtree, and that's why when we AND them, then at that moment we need to return the root of that particular. And after that, if we have either of them, means if we encounter LCA1, means if we encounter in left part of the subtree, then we need to return that one as the LCA1, or if we encounter the in the right part of that subtree, then we need to return this LCA2. So this is how this question would be done. So to be precise and just to summarize it again, it will be simply like we need to first find out the root, and this root could be found by simply utilizing the fact that we are given with a parent member. So it will help us in finding the root, and when we find out the root, then we can put that root into this LCA function, and then we will simply doing whole of the thing again the way we were doing in our previous question. So that's it for this video. Thank you.